When it comes down to it, PhoneBurner gives you a lot of options when it comes to distributing leads or contacts to your team with LeadStream. And that's what we're going to talk about on this specific training. We're going to talk about all the different types of lead streams that you can create in PhoneBurner to help you distribute data to your team. So this is a training that's part of a series. Hopefully you've been watching all of the other videos and you'll continue to watch all the others that you haven't seen yet, so that you can get a full understanding of all of your capabilities when it comes to LeadStream. And so here on the screen right now, you're seeing what's called a preview poll style or type of lead stream. Other types of lead streams might be a blind poll lead stream, where you can see that there's leads available, but you don't see the leads specifically. Like you can't see it's Sally or Johnny or anything like that. And then of course there's other types like a lead blitz, where you'll get notified as soon as the lead is available, so you're not going to come in here necessarily to claim a lead or call a lead. You're going to get notified and call that lead immediately. Or in the case of a round-robin lead stream, where the system is just going to distribute all of the leads in the pool to everybody who is available to potentially receive a lead from the pool. So let's talk about each one of these. So as you can see, I've got lots of different lead streams set up. If I go to contacts, if I go to the gear in the upper right and then go down to lead stream, here you'll see a list of all of my lead streams and what types they are set up as. So let's go ahead and just edit the hot and fresh lead stream, for example. We'll pull this up and you'll see there's three main types of lead streams. You've got blind/preview poll, round robin, and lead blitz. So blind/preview poll, this is really two types in one. It's the one type of lead stream that you can kind of mix and match and give one user one type of way of working data and another user another way of extracting or claiming or taking leads from that pool. So let's talk about each one of these. So we'll talk about blind poll first. So blind poll lead stream is where you create a pool of leads and you make that pool of leads available to one or more team members. That allows that team member or those team members to be able to work through that data. So let's go ahead and pull up our hot fresh lead stream again. So here you see 174 leads. Where does that 174 come from? That's the leads that are in the hot and fresh folder that we've tied to this lead stream. So if I go to hot and fresh leads, you'll see 174 leads. So as an admin, I get to manage those leads. I get to control what leads are in there. And then my team, whether it's me as an admin that's assigned to that lead stream or if it's one of my team members that's assigned to that lead stream, they don't have to manage the data. They just go to their leads tab, choose that lead stream, like my hot and fresh lead stream, and I can and start dialing. So each rep gets to decide when they want to start dialing, but they don't have to decide who they're calling. The system just pulls data out of the pool. And what's nice about this is you can have multiple people calling through the same list at the same time, and nobody is stepping on each other's toes. Everybody's calling different leads from the pool. Now let's take a look at another type of a lead stream. That is the preview poll type. So if you remember back when we're looking at the settings, you can configure a lead stream as a blind/preview poll. So if somebody is configured as a blind poll user on that lead stream, they don't see the leads, they just see that there are leads and they can begin dialing. If they're configured as a preview poll, then they can still potentially see how many leads are available, but they get to preview all of the data that's in that pool. So here's all of the leads that are in that pool, and I can go check out all of them page by page, but I don't begin dialing from here. This is where I decide which leads I would like to take from the pool. Like for example, I see this lead and I'm like, oh, I want that lead, so I click claim. I've taken that lead out of the pool. So you'll see the total available has gone down. I've actually used up one of my leads because in this particular case, I've put myself on with a daily lead limit. And so that allows me to kind of preview the list of leads that is in the pool. And then I get to pull a lead from the pool. And when I pull it out of the pool, nobody else has access to it. Now, another option of a lead stream, let's go back to the admin account. So the next option is what is referred to as a round robin. And I'm going to use my quick link to get back to the lead stream settings. There's this other option called round robin. So here you can see I've got an example or a demo lead stream setup called Everybody Gets Their Share of the Pie. And a round robin is set up just for that reason, right? Everybody gets their piece of the pie. What's nice about a round robin is it allows you as an admin to distribute, to break up a lead list and share it with everybody on the team. Everybody gets their own list, their own portion of the list, but you don't have to break the list up yourself. Like, you don't have to open it up in Excel and create 5 different Excel sheets and try to make sure that you got an even number of leads split between user 1 and user 2 and user 3 and so on and so forth. When you build a round robin lead stream, you get to assign different team members to that lead stream, and when you put data, when you put contacts into that lead stream, the system is going to distribute those leads out to everybody on the team. Really a great way of systematically, evenly distributing your data between your team members. And we do have some training that goes into detail on how to set up a round robin lead stream. So the last one is what's called Lead Blitz. So a Lead Blitz lead stream is similar to a preview poll. I would say that's where it kind of falls in line with, is it's similar to a preview poll. But what's nice about this is once a lead goes into that lead stream, once a lead is made available in that lead stream, everybody who's assigned to that lead stream gets notified that there's a new lead in that lead stream. It's available, and everybody can try to get that lead or claim that lead. So whoever's fastest gets that lead. So let's say, for example, and it might be a little weird me moving a contact over there. Sometimes moving contacts is a little weird, but let's see here. If I go ahead and drop this contact into the Lead Blitz hot and fresh, we'll see that that lead just became available to everybody who's part of this lead stream. Everybody got a notification as long as they're signed into their PhoneBurner account. And then whoever claims it first is who gets that lead. Now, if nobody claims it, if I dismiss that message, I can always go back here and see if it's still available. Right? So if I'm in the middle of working with somebody or doing something and I'm like, I don't want to claim it and I want to get rid of that message, I can get rid of that message and I can still go in here and claim it later on if nobody else has. That's why I said it's similar to the preview poll style lead stream, because you can still get that lead later on if nobody else has claimed it. But the idea behind a Lead Blitz style lead stream is anytime a new lead is added to that pool, we notify everyone, hey, there is a new hot fresh lead. Somebody needs to grab this and somebody needs to call it. And what's cool about it is when you do claim that lead, it's put into your receiving folder. If you claim it in real time, now in this case it was just moved into my my Lead Blitz hot and fresh receiving folder. But if I were to claim it in real time as opposed to later on, like I just did, let's see here. Oh, I just missed that notification, so it's probably not going to trigger. Let's move this somewhere else. Let's throw this into preview poll. Why not? Let's go into preview poll and let's grab one of those and throw it into hot and fresh. So if I were to claim this in real time as soon as it comes up, not only am I going to take ownership of it and it's going to go into my receiving folder, but the system will initiate a phone call to that contact right away. If they answer, I can disposition it like I can any other click to call or inbound call, and move on. So anyway, that is a quick little overview of the different types of lead streams. Again, we will cover each of the lead stream types in detail, and not just once. There's different ways that you might want to take advantage of each of these types of lead streams. And so when it makes sense, we actually cover each lead stream with multiple examples. So make sure you watch those videos. If there's any specific type of lead stream that you think is interesting, make sure you watch the video where I cover how to set up at least one of those lead streams start to finish. So thanks for taking a moment to watch this video. I hope this helps you and your organization get the most out of the PhoneBurner system. Thanks again, and happy dialing.